Hello YouTubers, Buster Gundo here. Today's date, April 28th, 2025. And after completing Crysis Remastered for the second time, that's one time on hard mode and my second time on Delta mode to platinum the game, I'm going to be doing my review. This will be spoiler free, of course. So as per usual, we'll be doing the good, the bad, what I would have changed, and my final score out of 5 and 10. Starting off with the good things I liked about this game. Number one being the voice acting. I enjoyed the voice acting throughout the whole game because each character felt lifelike. From beginning to end, each character had their own personality, and you could tell by the way they sounded and how their lines were done. I also liked the accents that were in the game as well. It made each character feel unique. Next up would have to be the graphics. Now, despite this game being 10 years old plus by now, the game still holds up graphically. Now, I know a lot of you may not be a fan of older games that have older graphics, but for this game particularly, they definitely fit and feel as if they were supposed to be on the PS4 to begin with. Next up would have to be the lack of missable trophies. Now, for those of you who are trophy hunters, this one will actually be a good one for you. This game has very few missable trophies, and I say that because the missable trophies that there are in this game can be gotten through chapter select. So after you beat the game, you can go back, go to whichever chapter you're missing that achievement from, and replay it until you get the achievement. For my playthrough though, I had to do it twice. I had to go through the game twice, once on hard and once on Delta. Alrighty, now that all the good stuff has been said and done, let's move on to the bad things, shall we? The first thing I did not like about this game, and this may come as a non-shock to some of you, but I did not like the fact that your suit uses the same energy for all of its functions. This means that if you're using armor mode, you can't really use speed mode at the same time. If you're using stealth mode, you can't run as fast as you actually need to. And by the way, if you decide to shoot your enemy at the inopportune moment, or any moment for that matter, you will lose your ability to go stealth temporarily until your bar refills, which can and will lead to quite a few deaths, which has happened during my playthrough, which resulted in a lot of frustration on my end. Next up would have to be the enemy AI. Now, this may be attributed to the fact that I was playing it on hard mode my first time around, but those of you who don't like this kind of thing can relate. The enemy AI seems to be way too accurate and can see you from miles away. And it can be really frustrating when you think you've gotten out of a situation scot-free, only to realize that the guy way far off in the distance just happened to see a molecule of yours, in the distance, mind you, and can immediately pinpoint you and gun you down within seconds. Following that up with my next thing I didn't like about this game was the inaccurate checkpoints. I did not like the fact that this game has horrible checkpointing at certain points and can easily drop you in the middle of enemy gunfire without you realizing that, hey, I'm in the middle of gunfire, let me just try to hide. And within seconds you're dead because you just happen to stop at the wrong place at the wrong time. The game decided to checkpoint you at that spot, and now you're stuck in a loop. So you have very limited options as to what you can do. It may result in frustration, which happened in my playthrough quite a few times. I had to suck it up and keep moving forward for the sake of the playthrough. Now, in conjunction with that last point I made, I did not like the fact that this game didn't go in an episodic way of dealing with their levels. And what I mean by that is, they should have had a clear cutoff and clear beginning for each level, making it easy for you to know where a level starts and where a level ends. For me, I had trouble with this during my playthrough because if I needed to cut off a stream at a certain point, I couldn't cut off at the beginning or end of a level because I didn't know where that level ended and started at. It made it frustrating and not easy to clip if need be. Now, this is just a personal gripe because I'm playing it on stream, but for you as someone who's playing it personally, you may find it different. And the last thing I didn't like about this game was the fact that your stamina/energy meter is so short, or feels so short, that you can barely stealth for more than, say, a minute or two at the most, without it running out at the most inopportune times, causing you to get gunned down within 30 seconds or less. This happened to me a lot in my playthrough, because I'd be sneaking around as I normally would, get to a certain point, not realize that I'm in the wrong spot at the wrong time, my suit would de-stealth and I'd be shot down immediately. Now, as I said before, this may be attributed to the fact that I was playing on hard mode. Hopefully, you have a different experience if you decide to play this game. I suggest on normal mode first, then if you're going for the platinum run, go for Delta. Or, if you're feeling gutsy, go straight for Delta first, then whatever trophies you missed, play them on easy mode to get them. And now with the good and bad out of the way, let's talk about what I would have changed and fixed about this game. Starting off with the stamina meter, first of all, I would have had upgrades throughout the game, upgrading your stamina meter, even if it's just by small increments throughout each checkpoint. That would have helped a lot in my playthrough, given the fact that your stamina meter is, say, a minute long at the most. Next up, I would have changed the formatting of the game so that it could be more blocked off as far as chapters go. Each level would have a clear-cut beginning and end to each level. A good example of this would have been like Resident Evil Revelations for PS3, where each level has a clear-cut beginning and end. I also would have implemented a quick save feature for when you actually really need to leave the game or don't want to lose track of where you are currently. It can be activated at any point in the game as long as you're safe. That would have helped me tremendously in my playthrough, seeing as I was called away many times during my playthrough as well as having to pause frequently. This would have saved me a ton of time, both in-game and on the stream, of course. And now with all that out of the way, we'll get down to the final part of the video. My final score out of 5 and 10. Now with all things considered, my final score out of 5 would be 4 out of 5, and my final score out of 10 would be 8.5 out of 10. For those of you who have made it to the end of this video, I thank you from the bottom of my cold dead heart. I hope to hear from you in the comment section below so that I can hopefully get some helpful feedback so that my next review will be better than this one, as I strive to make each review better than the last. So, as I say this time and every time, Buster Gundo, signing off for now. Be safe, be smart, be silent. For whatever's on darkness eventually comes to light. Be safe out there.